Hello everybody, welcome to another review. There are dogs barking in the background. If you hear them, they're friendly, I promise. Today I will be reviewing the Jakks Pacific Sonic line Wave 1. And in this wave, there's Sonic, obviously. You can't start a Sonic wave without Sonic. Tails, Eggman, and Shadow. And here's all the accessories. I'm going to go over those later. I'm going to go over the articulation. Now, with the articulation on this guy, if you haven't seen my Sonic, Jakks vs. Jazzwares, then you wouldn't know. So, his knee can go that far back and like to 90, and that far forward, not fully straight because this little flap, it doesn't go all the way up, and that's for every figure in the line. And he can go that far forward, that far back, and the foot is on a ball joint, hands are on ball joint, arm goes down this far, but I bet you could use, you could heat it up because it's very soft plastic. You could push it down farther, and I might do that sometime. And it goes about that far up, and it rotates all the way around. And the head is on a swivel, and something you may be wondering is if you can change the heads. Yes, you can. With the Wave 1 and 2, you can change their heads. So, say you like this body better, even though there's not much of a difference, you can put this head onto this body. And then also, the hands do come off and switch. Like, Wave 2 has the opposite pairs, so if you want both hands to be fisted or both hands to be open, you can do that, or just mix and match them however you feel. Sonic comes with a bounce pad, which you can push down. And something with the Sonic, I've been animating. If you're a stop motion animator, it might be tough to use this guy because this reason. You need putty or a stand. He will fall down super easily. And then it's not as sturdy right here. You want to be able to hold him up in any position, but sometimes it'll fall back. With this one, it's not as sturdy. You have to use your fingers and move it more. It's much more tight and not as loose as this one. So I feel like they're fixing that in their newer waves. Okay, with Tails, his articulation, he has a swivel at the head, but can be stopped a bit from his tail, but it can go all the way around. The tails are on a swivel and can easily fall down, right here. They're pretty heavy, it'll fall down. I haven't animated with him yet. I can't say any animation things about that, but his arm goes all farther down than Sonic's do, really, which I like. I like them to go down as far as they can. And then it can go up all the way to his head. Arms are on, and it can swivel all the way around, but you need to move that. And his hands are on a ball joint. He has a fisted and an open hand. And then it may feel like you can't move his legs at first, but you can. It just might, it'll be very tight at first. And say you want him in a running position for a stop motion or just a pose, you can eventually get him into a running pose. And then his feet are also on a ball joint. And that's all the articulation for Tails. Tails' accessories is the invincible power-up. I believe it's invincible. Don't get mad at me if it's not the invincible one, but yeah, I believe that's the invincible one. And then Dr. Eggman over here, I'll need to move the camera up. His articulation is his head is on a swivel, but it can only move from here, from that far to his left to that far to his right. But the mustache is very flexible, so it shouldn't break unless you put extreme amounts of force on it. And his arm goes all the way around, can go up a little past 90, and this is on a swivel, so it's like a forearm swivel, and then his hands are in a ball joint, but the ball is on his hands. Like, okay, the ball is on the hand and the hole is in the arm. So that's different than all the other figures in this wave. Then he has no articulation right here at the body, and his feet, like I said earlier about all the other ones, the flaps prevent it from being completely straight, but his leg can go that far forward and about that far backwards. But if you want to use the foot, he can kick his butt. And no, not really. He can kick the bottom of his cape. He can't really kick his butt yet. And then the knees go about 90, a little past 90. And then the shoes are on a swivel. And I think that wraps it up for Eggman. Besides his accessory, which is this spike, which is a very soft plastic. You can move it around. I mean, you don't want to because it's a spike, but I'm just saying, like, in case you accidentally do something, it's super soft plastic. It won't break, or shouldn't break. Unless you're trying to break it, you can definitely find a way. Now, Shadow. His arm can go this far down. Still better than Sonic's. I'm upset and disappointed with how far down his arms can go. I wish it would go farther. And his arm, back to Shadow, his arms go all the way, like they go this far down, this far up, and that far up. And then they can go all the way around, and his hands are on a ball joint. His head is on a swivel. And his feet, he is flimsy, but I hope the new, like, it's a bit loose here, so it's hard to animate with him. Like, okay, I'm moving this back on. It's hard to animate with him. I have tried, and it's more flimsy, like his knees and his legs. I feel like that's with all Wave 1. Besides Tails, I haven't tried to animate with him, but he seems pretty tight right now. And so he fall, and like I said, they fall down a lot, but it's very loose and harder to animate without a stand or putty, or both. You might need both. So his leg can go about this far back and this far forward, which for stop motion animators, it's pretty perfect for running. And his, oh, no, his kneecap went the other way. Okay, and his knees can go about this far back, about like 90, and then his foot's also on a ball joint. His accessory is a 10 coin, but it doesn't have like a black outline around it, so it's harder to see. I know in a newer wave they're gonna have the 10 coin but with the black outline, so it'll be better to see, and I'll like that one much better. But this is the only 10 coin we have right now, so it's good for that. So overall, I think these are good figures if you can find them for the right price, like $10 normally. If you have to buy Shadow for $40, don't do it. This is not a $40 figure. Do not buy it for $40. A good website I recommend is Big Bad Toy Store. You can buy this entire wave for $50 unless they took wave 1 down. Then you can buy wave 2 for $50. Every wave is the actual price, and then like the figures are about $12, $13. It's like $2 over, but it's better than buying Shadow for $40, and you can buy them for $12. So definitely buy them on Big Bad Toy Store instead of Amazon, because people want these. The prices go up really high. That's what I'm trying to say. The prices will go up really high. So yeah, I definitely recommend Big Bad Toy Store. Or if you find it in an actual store, a retail store like Target, that's probably another really good one. You'll find it for probably the cheaper price. But online, Big Bad Toy Store. So I believe that is it. If I'm missing anything, you could let me know, and if you'd like to see me review anything else in the future, also let me know in like the comments. And that's gonna be it. Have a good day.